Good to go. Alarm set, 15 minutes on the clock. We'll give people a few seconds to join and then we'll crack straight into it. We'll chat a bit about what I do. Today, I spent the full day lying on the floor. Like, literally, it's so hard to believe that this is my job, lying on the floor. Like, it is a hard day at the office, a very hard day at the office when you need to lie on the floor for work. But I'm not complaining because I love it and I'm so glad I do it. And yes, I talk about how it's out of the comfort zone and it is something out of the comfort zone. But there is a lot more to lying on the floor than actually lying on the floor. Um, and like for me, my journey of getting out of my comfort zone, whenever I started to want to get out of my comfort zone, it started whenever I was young. And I feel like we all at a young age, we're told who to be. We are told to follow the crowd. We're told to be like everyone else. And I was told the exact same. I was told what career to go down. I was told that I was someone that just wasn't a people person, that couldn't go into business and couldn't like lead other people. Um, Even growing up, like I was obviously I'm a fitness coach now and I've coached fitness, but I was crap at sport growing up. Um, but I decided to defy that. And the first thing I did was I built my body. I changed how I looked, and that in turn changed so much for me. I got a six pack at 12, and it wasn't the six pack at 12. It was through the art of discipline, teaching myself that through discipline anything can be achieved. That is what fully changed my life, because it is true, with discipline anything is possible. With a strong enough why, anything is possible. But being in shape alone, that's not going to just do it. Like, a lot was still missing for me despite just being in shape. And like, a lot of people are initially right, they're unhappy with everything. They get in shape, and getting in shape is part of the journey, but it's not the full picture, because despite being in shape, there still can be a lot missing. And for me, my mind was off. I knew that I had so much more potential than I was actually living up to at the time. And then that's when I actually started to do the proper stuff of getting out of my comfort zone, because I was in the shape I wanted to be, but I had to get out of my comfort zone to change. So I invested in myself. I learned from other people. I worked on myself in a deeper level, and I started to post videos, which was also something that really pushed me and something that grew me. And with the videos, obviously, instead of just showing people, okay, or telling people, okay, you have to be confident, or you have to do this, you have to do that, or you should do this, I just decided, I'm gonna actually show people. I'm gonna show people me getting out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna show people, instead of saying, get out of your comfort zone, I'm just gonna help you out. I'm just gonna show how that can be done. So I went out, asked strangers for hugs. I lie on the floor. A lot of you's probably seen some of my lying on the floor videos. But it's not just about lying on the floor, it's about actively seeking rejection. Because despite popular belief, it's not a social experiment. It's about taking rigorous action. It's about going for what you want in life and leaving what I call maybe land. Maybe land is where everything goes to die. Maybe land is where you slow down. Maybe land is where your dreams or what you want to do never happen. Yes is good, no's are good, maybes will kill you. So stop sitting in maybe land. Make the decision, either lose the weight or don't. Start the business or don't. Go for what you want or don't. Just make a decision about it. Whenever you're sitting with a maybe in your head, so much is put off. And when I lie on the floor, that is me leaving maybe land and showing people that they don't need to lie on the floor, but showing people to get out of their comfort zone and to leave maybe land and to say yes to building the best version of themselves. So yeah, and anything I've done before that has been outside of my comfort zone, it has built me. Anything that I've done that has been risky, it has built me. When I left my full time job, it was risky. Starting my own business with no business backing. My parents weren't in business. Parents don't even have a uni degree. It was risky, but it built me because it was outside of my comfort zone. It was a higher identity than I had already had for myself, but I pushed myself into it, and that's what forced me to become the person that I am today with my body. That's how I changed my body. That's how I changed my mindset, and that's how I changed my complete life. And that's how I help other people to do the same. So yeah, again, guys, remember, it is deeper than lying on the floor. By the way, if any of you have any questions, fire away. I'll answer them here before this live finishes up. But that is the whole point of this. So yeah, and if anyone wants help for free, if anyone's even got value off this live and they want a podcast sent to them, just DM me the words potty and I'll send you a recent podcast that I was on. Hopefully it helps you out. And if anyone would like some help with their health and their fitness and they want some meal plans sent over to them, just message me the words meal plan and I'll send that over now. So yeah, got to get back to a few questions here. How much impact does it have on the mindset, even if you lie down just once? Again, remember, it is not just about lying on the floor. It's about getting out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your comfort zone won't just change your mindset. It can change your life if you get out of the comfort zone in the right ways. And remember, it changes everything, and it's changed everything for me. And I see it completely change people's lives. So being honest, you can lie on the floor and a lot like your life will stay the same and your mindset can stay the same. That could be something that moves you forward. It could be the catalyst that changes you. But you can't just lie on the floor. You have to go deeper. You have to do more. And it's about going for the thing that you are actively not confident in. I could be very confident lying on the floor, but I might not be confident in something else. Am I really confident then? Because I'm lying on the floor, but I'm avoiding the thing that I actually should be doing. So, like a lot of you that are watching this, you might be confident in the gym, or you might be confident in your workplace, you might be confident with your family, but are you confident in? Are you confident in? You need to do the things that you're actually afraid of to build your confidence and to build yourself up. So, like, yes, something may once have been in your comfort zone, but now that it's not in your comfort zone, it's no longer in your comfort zone. So to keep growing at the same rate, you need to continue to do things outside of your comfort zone. And that could mean like actually not doing that thing that used to be out of your comfort zone that's no longer in your comfort zone. Hope that makes sense. But to answer your question, how much impact for me, getting out of the comfort zone alone completely changed my life. Lying on the floor, does it do much? Not an awful lot. It's going to impact every single person differently. It is going to impact every single person differently, just depending on where they're at. Candy said this guy's a cult leader. Exactly. A community leader. A community leader. Oh, hilarious. Cult leader. What even is a cult? Like, what even is a cult? Yeah, he is a professional IRA man too. What? What are we on about, guys? Come on. Come on. What inspired your initial change? What inspired my initial change was being completely honest. It was insecurity. I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with my body. I wasn't happy with my mindset. I knew I could have went for more. I wasn't happy with the life that I was living. So I decided to make a change. I decided to go for more. So that is the thing that made me want to change. There was a deep enough why. And this is something I always remind clients of. If there is not a deep enough why, you will not change. No amount of accountability will force you to change if you don't have a why behind it. Doesn't matter how much someone keeps you accountable. You won't change if you don't have a strong why. And that's something that is so important to be constantly reminded of that why, constantly reminded of that identity that you're running away from, but the new identity that you're running towards, even more so important. So yes, that's what inspired me to initially change, just unhappiness with where I was at and with where I was going to. So thanks for the question. Thank you very much. We've got another few minutes. If anyone else has any final questions, I'm going to answer them now. And then we're going to shoot off. And I hope you all have an incredible Monday night and a good one as well. And again, if anyone would like a podcast sent over to them, if they've been getting value off this live, go on to Instagram, message me the words poddy, Poddy. Also, if you're on TikTok, and you want to see more of my stuff, if you find some of my stuff useful, make sure you're on Instagram because I upload a lot more on Instagram. I also put up a lot more stories on Instagram, give a lot more out on Instagram. Instagram is just where it is at. CRS has said, how do I lose weight fast? So, brother, it depends. What does fast mean for you? Fast could be 3 months for someone. And it also depends how much fat do you actually have to lose. But the principle goes to get in a calorie deficit. Get in a calorie deficit, you lose the weight. And some people can take a lot more of an extreme approach to weight loss. Some people are in 500 to 1,000 calorie deficits, and that's how they lose weight really, really fast. Some people are in lower deficits, like 300 calorie deficits. But it's dependent on you. If you've done diets and deficits before, a lot of people can handle it better. But if it's your first time, I would never recommend doing an extreme deficit, because if you do an extreme deficit off the cuff, it can really fuck someone up because they don't actually know how to do it, and then it can lead to like binge restrict cycles. So you don't want to go too thick and too fast, because that can actually really fuck people up and can put them off fitness. A lot of people get put off fitness because of that, because there's zero enjoyability. Of course, whenever you're in a diet which is temporary, it's not always going to be fully enjoyable, but you need some level of enjoyability or else you will not stick to it. Hope that makes sense. You're at 20-25% body fat, want to get around 10% in 2 to 3 months. So again, I would need it. Like, obviously I don't want you to send me photos, but I need to see photos before I actually tell anyone anything. Because when you say 10, 20, 25 body fat, that's actually going to look different on different people. But yeah, for you, get into a calorie deficit. I would say about just you can there's calorie calculators on for free. Get in a calorie deficit, find a meal plan that suits you, hit that meal plan, boom, you lose the weight. Make sure you have a step goal, have a calorie goal, and also a resistance training plan, and boom, you can lose the weight. So yes, and even if you would like or if anyone on this would like a free meal plan to help them out with their health and their fitness, just shoot on to my Instagram, message me the words meal plan, and I will send you off a meal plan for completely free. So yes, hope that is useful. But yeah, like it's thing is about weight loss, it is actually very simple. People overcomplicate it. It is a simple thing. It is getting a calorie deficit, but then people make it a lot more harder than it needs to be, and it will be as hard as you actually make it. So yes, I always eat at night, 3 a.m. How can I burn it? Is it possible I gain a lot of belly fat? So yeah, the reason you're gaining belly fat isn't just because you're eating at night, it's because you're just eating more than you're actually burning. So you're in a calorie surplus. Whether you eat that at nighttime, whether you eat that at 7 a.m. in the morning, doesn't really matter. If you're eating more, you're going to gain weight. So yeah, how can you burn it? You can't just burn it like that. But again, it goes into getting into a calorie deficit and losing weight off the back of that. Just exactly what I said there before. And again, if anyone would like any help getting into calorie deficit, just message me the words meal plan, and I'll send you off some free meal plans to help you get started on your health and your fitness journey. So yes. Megan said, eat tons, guys. Peace out. Yeah, that's not the way fat loss works. But again, not everyone has to lose fat. That's the thing. Like, I'm not someone who says, oh, everyone has to lose fat or everyone has to constantly diet. Not even all the people I work with, they're not in a fat loss phase. A lot of them are actually looking to gain weight. But it goes down to what you want. Like, some people don't want to lose weight. That's fine. I was sitting there the last year and a half actually gaining weight. Now I'm going back to fat loss. But you're gonna have different phases for everything. So again, and like a lot of the industry of fitness, a lot of it is actually tailored around, right? Here's how you lose weight. Here's how you lose weight. Here's a low calorie recipe. But I think a lot of people don't consider that there's also going to be like health and fitness isn't just fat loss, and health and fitness shouldn't just be fat loss. Health and fitness should be the full round picture. It should be all of that. So you do have a good point as well. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Any last questions? Let me know, guys. We have 2 minutes on the clock and then we're going. And we're going to shoot. How do I get a girlfriend? Never had one before. Any tips? Yeah, you need to put yourself out there and you need to go on dates. And if you're not happy within yourself and you're confident within yourself, and you don't get to the point, a lot of people won't tell you this. If you don't love yourself, it's going to be very hard to love someone else. So first and foremost, do you love yourself? I don't want to make any assumptions. You tell me, do you love yourself? If not, a lot of people don't love themselves. You need to get to the point where you actually have a bit of self-love. Where does self-love come from? It comes from self-trust. And how do you build self-trust? Self-trust comes, it's part of being confident. And confidence is built from making small promises to yourself and keeping it. So whenever you say you're going to get up on time, get up on time. Whenever you say you're going to eat certain food, eat the certain food. Whenever you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. Follow your promises, build up yourself, build up your body, build up your mindset. And again, keep the promises to yourself. You will build trust in yourself. You will begin to love yourself because you see, oh my God, like I actually can stick to something. And as a result, then you'll have confidence, and then that will seep into someone else. Whenever you love yourself and you have confidence in yourself, someone else will pick up on that, and then you'll find the right person. Hope that's useful. Let me know if it is. And if it isn't, I'm very sorry I'm very sorry. Today is it's someone's birthday. Happy birthday. What do you think of intermittent fasting? So intermittent fasting, it's person dependent. Some people will if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it is basically choosing certain time blocks of when to eat. So some people, they might only eat from like 12 p.m. lunchtime and then stop eating after 8 p.m. Intermittent fasting works if you're in a calorie deficit. You don't have to intermittent fast to get in a calorie deficit. Some people find it easier because there's less of a eating window, so it makes them less likely to overeat. For other people, they end up intermittent fasting, and during those 8 hour blocks, they'll just like eat. They'll go on binge restrict cycles, and yeah, then they'll end up eating over their calorie deficit. So again, doesn't matter if you're intermittent fast, doesn't matter if you do carnivore, doesn't matter if you do keto. It is about getting a calorie deficit, and then that is how you lose weight in turn. So yeah, if you want to use intermittent fasting, you find it works. I have clients that use it. I've used it in the past. It worked. Actually, I like the way the clock beeps that time. It's worked, but you don't have to. At the moment, I'm dieting, I'm cutting, and I actually don't intermittent fast. And I find it actually easy enough without intermittent fasting too. So yes, hope that is useful. We're going to wrap up now, guys, in a minute. So if you have any last minute questions, I'm going to answer them, and then we're going to go. Right, folks, thank you so much for jumping on. I'll see you all very, very soon. If you would like a podcast sent off to you, if you find this useful and you would like some more help, if you want a podcast sent off that I was on, just DM me the words Poddy, Poddy. And if you would like, I know we're talking about like diet and all here. If you would like some meal plan sent over to you for completely free, just to help you out in your health and your fitness journey, just message me the words meal plan. Make sure it's on Instagram. Don't message me on TikTok because I'm very, very, very rarely on TikTok, and I will send it off and I'll make sure that you get sorted. So yeah, if you're looking at shoot me a text and have an absolute incredible day, guys. All the best. See you later. By the way, I'm on multiple platforms if anyone's wondering. We've got Instagram here, TikTok here, got YouTube there. So we've got a lot of people. But yeah, folks, see you later. Thanks for jumping on. Goodbye. TikTok, all the best. See you later. YouTube, have a good day.